Hello, everybody. This is Wellington Nidza from Computer Science Bible. So today we are focusing on other aspects in JavaScript, that is manipulating the DOM. DOM just means document object model, which is given an HTML. I want to manipulate HTML using JavaScript. So that's it. So let's just dive in and we do some simple stuff up to we do some most complex stuff. Yeah, so we will not just do much, but we'll do changing of text, changing of color, using a button, changing of style, and I think that's all. And we'll see uh, some further aspects we can look at. So now I'm going to open my my we can say hello code HTML dot. Sorry, this file is called hello dot HTML. So that's it. So okay. So I have this maybe file already. So that's simple as it is. So this just a simple text that have a header that is hello, and that is hello, that have a text. I think I just want to remove some of these. This doesn't matter. I think if we've just a simple simple HTML like this, it is possible and it's clear to see, so that we can both learn the basics. So now I'll just want to try to first create a button. Let me have a button here. Button, the button here, button. So this button just let me just say click here. Sorry. Click here and here. Let me just have let's just have a header. Each one is good, and just say hello. It's good here. And what I want to do first here is to just do create a function, and it's a hello function. So just if you've been following our previous code in JavaScript, so it's just the same. Just write your JavaScript as it is in HTML. So here we have to code this tags script will allow us to write our JavaScript files. So in this script, I want to create a function, just a function function hello this, and with those parentheses, and to say alert so alert, say hello, let's just say hello world. So this is our function, and when want to want to make that when somebody click here, it will give a pop-up, just say hello world. So when here I will say, just say on click equals to hello, calling this function. So that's simple as it. So let us run and see what would be output in our browser. So I'm going to choose this browser. So that is our browser. So this is our browser. So let us click here. So we have this this page says hello world. So that's it. That is it. That's simple as it. So let us just look at another one. Let me just create another file which is called count. To count, just say code count dot html. So we have this file, and HTML, and we have this head. So, and we have the body. Okay, the body. Simple. And here just want to say here you can just say en goes to English. Okay. Maybe we can just leave it like this. I think this is good. Okay. That's perfect. So now we want to create a button here. Button, also a button. This is our button. Just say count, and here we just put let's say h1, say hello, and in the head we want to put our script. So in this script we want to create a function called count. So in this function it will just count the value. So we say let's say counter goes to 0, and we say counter plus say alert and alert counter, like this. So this is our code. So let us just run and see what will be outputted. So if we press count, okay, I forgot to here on click equals to count count function, like this. So that's it. Let me run again. Okay, if I click here, say count 1, click here, say count 1. So let me to make these things works well, have to do this, but we have something that is good and okay. Let me stop here and count. Say count 1, count 2, say count 3, say count, click on it. It is keep on counting and counting and counting. So it's just good. So this is the just simple JavaScript. JavaScript. So let us go back to our hello world here now. So now we want our document that when you say we click hello here, when you click hello, it will here we don't want it to have a pop-up. Want it to write to this header. this h1 to write the hello. Okay, so here we can just say we can use this and say document dot query selector like this, and then we say what is our tag here. We say now we put our tag h1 in h1 dot inner html dot inner html equals to, then we put these quotes and say hello world, like this. So this is our first step. So this document dot query selector, it searches in our HTML, searches for the header, for this header, this header h1, and that header h1 need to put hello world. So let us run this code and see what will happen. Let us run. So if you click here, now you're changing text, say hello world. Now if you click again, it will not change back to hello. So if you want to make this code smart, we can just say, we can just put if statements. If statement, you can just say if this, you can say, just say if copy this, let's put if the inner html h1 here is equal to hello, then we put this, we change this text to this, we change the text to this function, to this hello world, else we can just say we can just return this function, this statement. Sorry. Copy. Let me copy here and just do this, which is just simple. Let me just save and try to run again and see what will happen. So if I click here, it says hello, and if I click again, okay, here our statement say if document.inner html is equals to hello, kana iri hello, then no change of the app. Else kana siri if, okay, here I have to put the triple equal sign here. If, okay, sorry, I forget to put this equal signs. That's why our code was not working well. So if we run again, now it will be perfect. So if it's hello world, and if it is changing hello, and if it does hello world, and if this one, also we can clean our code here. We can clean our code and just say let's say heading h1, can just say h1 equal to document and dot query selector, then say here h1 like this, So we just let this to be, and so here we have to just change here, here to say h1. So h1, I think this will be much more visible. It will be clearer. It will. It is clear to see. And this one, h1, like this. So if we run again this code, and we want to see what will happen. Hello, if you click. Hello, if you click. Hello, if you click here. Hello, if you click. It's still working the same. So that is it. And now, let's say this is correct. Let us just look at this count also again, count function, and let's say we want to say that in the alert function, sorry, in the alert function, in the alert function, in that alert, want to also to display the counter. We want to display the counter. This is a counter in the HTML. We can just change change it like this, and you can say document so document dot query selector here h1 dot inner HTML equals to counter, like this. So if we run this code here, let's just put 0 here. First put 0, and we see what will happen. And if we run this code, let's see what will happen. So if our count, say count is now counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8. Okay. If you want to make this thing interesting, and you say if let's say if counter equal to, maybe if we say equal to 5 or 4, we want to produce an alert that will say just say the number here. If you see, I've put some backticks. The number is you can say like this. Put a $sign here and say counter like this, and we put another backtick to close it, backtick. So that's it. So let's just run again the code and see what will be outputted. So this is how interesting JavaScript is. Say counter. Now we're at 4. Say the number is 4. You say okay, it's 4. Yeah, so that's it. Just as simple as that. And that's it. So let us do some of the interesting stuff. Like here, here we have our code like this one. But let's say now the problem with this of putting a hello now here, it is difficult when you have a large amount of code. So to avoid this, you have to use event listeners that allows you that when it just listen that you are at this button and you are at this tag, and you are at this a form. So that's it. So here I'm going to remove this button and edit our code here by adding some event listeners. So we are going to say document so document spelling is wrong. So document dot add event listener like this. So event listener, it's this function if two parameters. If two parameters, the what you need it to happen, the event that want to collect and the function that want the code to be that one, the function that want to run. So here I'm going to say so I'm going to say DOM DOM sorry, DOM content loaded. So it just say it allows us to say when the whole when the whole the whole page has been loaded, it must do this. DOM content loaded. So DOM content loaded. Here supposed to be a capital a small letter, a capital letter C, content loaded like this, and we say comma. So this is our not here. So this is our first argument, and this now we put our function. Let me just take all this and this, and just put here my function like this. I hope I did the right thing here. Okay, let me Control Z. So I want to copy this. Control X now. So I'm going to put this, but here I'm going to put an anonymous function. I'm going to remove this. So that's it. So when the whole content has been loaded, this is what is going to happen to let this function and this will happen, and this will what previously has been we've been creating will just happen. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. So if I run it, let me see that our code is still the same. So now here, so now there's something that is wrong about on our code. So here I have to put in this function. I have to say now to add this code now, to say document dot query selector. Now what does it select? When it meets when it sees a button. Now dot on click, particular click or button, what shall it do? It will have this function now, the function anonymous function, this anonymous function. So in that function it will now do this. So now if we run this code now our code will be perfect. So let us run again. So let us run again. Run this. Say click here. Now it is working well. It is working well. So that is it. that's it. That's it about uh, that is about removing this this on click button. But now let's say if you have many buttons, let's say I have here I have maybe I have another button. So if we have this now, with this our code will be like confused. So now we have to add some IDs, like ID is goes to put ID is goes to let me say B1, and here I put an ID again, say B2, button 2. So now how we understand that code, we edit our code. Here we have to say document.selector when we have to put like this a hash and you say B1 now. So here the object dot query selector, when we say this, you understand that this is an ID. And when let's say you want to change a class, you just say dot in the name of the class, dot name of class, like what you do in CSS. So we just have to say B1. So if we run this code again, let us see if we click this button, let me just say this button is called B1 and this button is called B2. B2. Okay, there's something that went wrong here. B2. So let us run the code. Let me run the code. Okay, let's just run. So B1, if I click B1, I understand that this text will change. So change to hello world. So it's hello. If I click B2, there's nothing that will happen. So you see, that's it. So that's it. So let's say now I want to create, I created a form. Let me go now to this counter. Try to use the counter, this counter. So maybe I would like to with this, I would like to create a form. In that form, when we submit something, it should give me, maybe when I submit a name, it should give hello hello something, hello someone. So here let me can I use this? Let me just create another file. Let me say code, let me just put it name html like this. So here say type, and here html. So here we're supposed to have the header, the head, and here we are supposed to have the body like this. Yeah, so that's it. So in this going to create a form. So in this form, so this is my form, and in this form I'm going to have an input field, and here I say name, just say type equals to, it just have to be text, and what else should I put? A placeholder goes to just name, and that's it. So, and here I'm just gonna put a button, and type is equals to submit. So that's it. That's it here. So if I save this, let me just try to see what we have here. So the button here. So the button I forgot to give name here. Just say submit. 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 Submit like this. So if we run again this, so to submit like this. So now I'm going to create a div after this, a div like here. Just say a div that when that to what someone give, it will be out on the top of this div. So let us manipulate our DOM. So this is a script, okay, like this. So now what we want to do here, want to say add an event listener, document dot add event listener, and this DOM content loaded, loaded. So what it will do, this function it would have to do with this function. So now what it will do now, so it will say document dot query selector like this. Then when it sees a form dot on submit, what shall it do? It would do this to handle this function. Now, what do we do? And what do we do to the function? It will collect. Now collect the input document dot query selector. It will take this query selector, take the input. Okay, what is input? Now, after that, when you take the input dot, you say dot value one to collect the value from the input. So here you can say const name equals to the value that we have collected here. After that, you want to say that it will have to display that name in the div. So you can say that document dot query selector. To select actually what I want to select the div, and we say dot inner HTML here, and we say now put the backticks. We say hello, and we put the name that has been inputted. Say name like this, and put another backtick like this. So that's it. let us just run this and see what will be outputted. So if we run this, if I put the name, say Welly, there's something that is happening here. So let me check name, say name. Okay, let me check here what is happening now. So you say okay, here maybe there's something here that is wrong. Let me just say input here, input like this, and say type was to submit like this. So let me try to run. So say test. Okay, another thing is, okay, let me just say return false, so that our page will not go anywhere. It will not go anywhere. Let me run this test. So that's it. Hello test. So as you see that here, because it's a form, that's why it was like it was going to another to the function. Let me say it was trying to refer to another page. So that was happening there. So if look at this, so it's a hello test. If I say maybe try to run again, if I say Wellington, it will be Wellington. So if I want to put this in H1, I can say H1 here, H1, and here I have to change here H1, and also here div. This where I put a div is to put H1, and this will be perfect. If we save and run again, save and run. So if I say Wellington, submit, say hello Wellington. So that's it. That is it. So now we want to go on to another some other basics. That is to also let us create some buttons. Let me go back to, let me create another file. Let's just create some buttons. In those buttons, we when each button is clicked, it will change the text to the color that is being, the color that has been mentioned. So let's just create another file. Let me just say code. Let me just say color. This one is color .html. So that's it. That is it. Now we want to doc type. So this doc type is just referring that this document type, the document type here, it's an HTML. So if we say now, say HTML, we have to put our head. So you have to remember that HTML is the head and two sections, in the head and the body. So if you have noticed, here we are putting our JavaScript at the top of the function of on the head. We can also put our JavaScript at the bottom. The reason now we are putting at the top is because we are adding that event listener. It's allowing us that even when the code is not yet finished, or the whole block is not yet finished loaded, that event listener will understand that we have clicked this and this. So here I'm going to put our h1, and I just say hello, and I'll put the three buttons, these three buttons, button, button, like this, and just have to copy these buttons. So here I'll put red, and here I'll put which color? Green, maybe. And I'll put which color should I put? I'll put what else? What color should I put? Somebody just phone me to say just put this color. I think if you put red, green, maybe blue. Yeah, blue. Blue is a good color. So here I'll just say ID, because we want to specify this ID is equal to red, this ID equal to green, and the ID equal to say blue. That is the color that we have. And now we want to put our script here. Script here, like this. Okay, so what do you want to do with the script? We want to say if somebody click at the red button, our text should turn red. If someone click out our green button, it should green. Our blue button, it should turn blue. So now let say let's add some event listeners. Add document dot add event listener. Here we say first say DOM content. This is just say when all the contents in the HTML page has been loaded. Content loaded. Then what should we do? We have this function. What our function will do? This function like this. Now first we say document dot query selector like this, and we say dot o query selector, and we say button right on the rip. We say this ID, when you say hashtag it's red, then dot on click partial click, what will do when it is clicked? What shall we do? We shall do this function. Now what shall it do with that function? It shall say document dot query selector. Now this h1 So dot style dot color should be equal to red, like this, and we are done. And here we have to, for other, we just can just do copy this code, do copy here, and we copy here. Here we can just change it to say green, and here you can just say to change it to blue, like this, and here you change it to green, here you change it to blue, blue. So if we save this and we run this code, so if we run, so we have this, if we click this button red, if you click this green, and if you click this blue, but now the our code is not optimal, or is not optimal, because we just copy and paste, copy and paste, and copy and paste. So there's other way we can do here. What we can do now is to say to change this this here. You can say, you can change this to say data dot color, like here. So, and say here data color, and here we say data color, like this. So here now we have to change this, or the whole this now, change the whole this, and we say now document dot query selector, say query selector all. Now when it select all the buttons, say now dot select dot selector all, we say all button. That's what we say. Now we say dot for each button rega, for each function button we want to take the button here, button we say here, do this. So this is an arrow function, this button, to say what should we do here. We say button, for each button dot on click, but when it is clicked, what should we do again? We say a function, what we should do function, click, we say document dot query selector, this h1 dot style, now style dot color is equal to dataset it goes to dataset dot color. Yeah. So here it's not supposed to be, it's supposed to be button dot dataset dot color. So that is it. So let's just try to run this code. So if we here. Okay, let me remove this. Let me put say here. Let us run this code. Let us, if we click here, it's now it's still functioning again, likewise, which is correct. Okay, we do this, still functioning. So that is it when you use this select all. Let's say now in this also function, it is we have a drop down. Say here, so you can say, let me just do this select here, select here, and here we have option tag, and option we have value equals to, let's say, red, and we put the red here, and here we just want to copy this, and we copy this, and we say here red and green, and blue. So here should be green, blue. So like this. So let's say we have this, and yeah, I'm just gonna create another here. I'm just gonna add here something here. So so okay. So what we're gonna do here is to say that when the DOM is has been created like this, when we say again document dot query selector, when notice that this is a select. So what happens when you select dot on change? So when on change, it equal to a function, what would this function do? We say document, okay, document dot query selector. So when we change this, what will happen? We say document dot query selector, what do we select? The H1, and we say dot style again, dot color is equal to this dot value. So that's it. So if we run our code again, so we have this, say red. Sorry, if we say green, it is functioning. If you say blue, it is functioning. But now if you say red, it's functioning. Say green, it is functioning. And you say blue, it is functioning. So that is it. And if we look again, if we say red with this, it's functioning. Green, it's functioning. Blue is functioning. So that is it. So what else can we do? what else can we do now with this? Let me look. I think that's all for today. We shall, in the next episode, in manipulating the DOM, we shall just look at creating a to-do app list, to-do app, just using JavaScript. And this actually doing this this what we are doing now, it helps you to appreciate what React does, because as you look at this is imperative programming. We are doing step by step. As you see what I was doing, I was like saying things so that I will that each step by step, which is different from React, which is declarative. So that's it for today. My name is Wellington. Let's catch up next time. Don't forget to share and like our page, our social media platforms, Computer Science Zimbabwe. Bye bye. Shalom.